Hi, my name is Ian Black from Building Loans Australia, and this video and page is about government incentives for first homeowners and how they work. Both state and federal governments across Australia provide incentives and concessions for first homeowners when building their own home. These grants and concessions for first homeowners are designed to give Australians a helping hand into home ownership. So you may be wondering what the concessions are, how much are the grants, and am I eligible? Well, let's firstly break the concessions and grants for first homeowners into what was initiated by the federal government and what was initiated by the individual state governments and territories across Australia. The federal government introduced a first homeowners grant of $7,000 nationally to all Australians that are first homeowners. It was introduced on the 1st of July 2000 to offset the effect of GST on home ownership. It's a national scheme, but funded by the states and territories as they collect the GST on behalf of the federal government. There is, however, additional qualification criteria that needs to be met to enable a first homeowner to qualify for the first homeowners grant. This differs slightly from state to state, but the general consensus is as follows. Minimum age is 18. Applicants cannot be accompanying or a person acting as a trustee. You must be an Australian citizen or permanent resident. But note that your spouse does not have to be a permanent resident. They can be a non-resident or a temporary resident. You never claimed the first homeowners grant and be paid it before. Never owned and lived in a home in Australia before, directly or indirectly with the spouse. This is important. It means that if you've had an investment property, say 10 years ago, and you never occupied that home, you could still be eligible. You must move into your home within 12 months and occupy that home for at least 6 months, and the home value must not exceed the amounts listed on our page. We will individually assess your eligibility whether you would qualify for the first homeowners grant. So if you are unsure or would like to know more, please contact us. In addition to the first homeowners grant, more recently since the global financial crisis, we have seen state governments and territories introduce additional grants for first homeowners when building their own home. In fact, some of these grants extend the total concessions and grants into the tens of thousands. You will notice in the table the details of the additional first homeowners grants when building your own home, plus the stamp duty concessions that are available. An important note to make is stamp duty is only payable on the land purchase amount regardless whether it's a house and land package or off the plan. The only time stamp duty would be payable on the entire land and building amount is if the home has been completed by the builder and then sold to you as a completed dwelling. In summary, there are a multitude of grants and concessions available depending on which state you wish to purchase in. These grants and concessions are not automatic, and as such there are forms that are required to be completed for each grant and concession. These forms are not always the easiest to understand and to complete. Most government forms aren't. Not to mention the supporting documentation that is needed to be submitted with the application forms. We are able to help you with these forms to make sure the forms are completed correctly, all grants and concessions are correctly applied for, and most importantly, there are no delays in the payment of such grants. Contact us now to review whether you are eligible, the amount you are eligible for, and how much you could save. One final note is that we have access to banks that allow these grants to be used towards the deposit of your home. So contact us now for more information. I'm Ian Black from Building Loans Australia. We look forward to assisting you for your next purchase.